Hello everybody, welcome to another video here on It's All Black and White TV. My name is Tony, and before we get into the show, is it time to sell Callum Wilson? Please do smash the like, it does help the channel up the search, and it means new viewers find the channel more easily, so please do give it a like. It is free to do so. Also free to do so is hitting that subscribe button to help the community grow. And we do have a great community here, so please do smash the subscribe and also hit the bell notification. That will tell you when I'm live, have any pre-records or upcoming shows. If you want to become a member, it's 99p to the right, clicking the join button, and also hitting the dollar sign if you want to make a donation as well to the channel. All money reinvested in the channel. Yes, so is it time to sell Callum Wilson? That is the question, and we are going to delve into his injury record. And look, his injuries now catching up. Is his injury record now catching up with him? Age as well. He's 32 now, don't forget. Is his body just coming to the stage now where it's just saying, look, it can't cope. It can't cope with the rigours of the Premier League anymore. So we will have a look into this. So let's start. So the man himself, yes, as we know, Callum Wilson, there he is on screen now. Since he joined us in 2020, he's played 95 games for us, and this is in the Premier League, not all competitions. This is a Premier League. In the Premier League, he's played 95 games, 47 goals, 11 assists. Now, yes, his goal-scoring record's pretty good. It's a 1-2 record, which is absolutely spot on. We know he's a good goal scorer. The only problem is we can't keep him fit. He can't do a full season. And it gets very, very frustrating, you know. And if you look at since he signed in 2020 to now, he's actually missed 473 days. And that was before this latest injury yesterday, the back injury, which we found out about him getting surgery for. So he's missed 473 days. That's over a year of football at Newcastle United he's missed in injuries. Now, maybe things are catching up with him. You know, we know in the past he's had cruciate ligament tears. He's had 2 of them. Is it just his body now just saying, look, enough's enough, I can't deal with it, I can't deal with it? Get your thoughts and let us know what you think. Do you think it's time now Callum Wilson departed the club and went on to pastures new? Unfortunately, with him being injured at the moment, does that sort of mess up our transfer plans to get another striker in? I say we definitely need another striker in, because even if Wilson stays, we can't rely on him being fit for a full season. And as we saw last season, when not only he was out, but if Isak's out injured as well, yes, we can throw Gordon up there, but really, Gordon's not a striker. And this is the problem. So we really have to strengthen that strikers department, really badly, to be honest with you. And look, I'm going to bring it on screen. I'll bring on screen Callum Wilson's injury record for everybody to see. It's out there. It's in the public domain. Everybody can see it. But when you think 473 days he's missed since he's been at Newcastle, that's absolutely bad, isn't it? It's really, really bad. But we'll have a look at his injury record and see where he's missed games. And, let's have a look anyway. We'll have a delve into that. As I say, you just bear with me now, guys. Right, okay. So, here is Callum Wilson's injury record. So, if we start at the top here, yes, he's got this back injury. Now, they've got 2 days, but he's had surgery, so we know he's doubtful for the Southampton game. Okay? Now, if you look at the next one down, he was ill on the 6th of May to the 17th of May, so he missed 11 days, which was 2 games. He had that chest injury, which we know he got at Nottingham Forest on from the 11th of February to the 15th of April. He missed 64 days, which was 10 games he missed. He had a calf injury from Boxing Day, which kept him out till February, 37 days, another 6 games missed. He's had the hamstring injuries, 2 of them in a row. He come back in October, and then he was out again in November till December. So in total, between them 2 hamstring injuries, he missed 10 games there. We know November 22, he had coronavirus, missed 10 days, and which is obviously he had to isolate, so he missed 2 games. Can't knock him for that. That's unfortunate, getting coronavirus. But he had another hamstring in the August of 22, and he missed 35 days, which was 7 games. He had a calf injury from the 27th of December of 21 to May 22. He missed 125 days, which was 20 games. And then he had a hamstring injury from August 21 to October 21, which kept him out for 48 days, and he missed 10 games in that period as well. Now, if we look further down, a lot of these injuries are hamstrings. And I know we've said in the past about Pedro Neto having G-string hamstrings. Maybe Callum Wilson's got that as well. Now, if we go to the next page here, and we can see here. So, if you go back to the 15-16 season at Bournemouth, he missed 189 days, which was 36 games, because of a cruciate ligament tear. Then he came back in April. Then on February the 2nd, 2017, he got another cruciate ligament tear, which kept him out for 260 days. And he missed 33 games. Then he had a hamstring injury, which kept him out for 1 game. He was out for 8 days. Then he had another hamstring injury, which kept him out for 15 days. Missed 2 games. And then he had that knee injury, which kept him out for 49 days, which he missed 8 games for Bournemouth. So, you look at this here, and you can see the record that Callum Wilson's injuries, and it's not great reading, So, if we look at it in, if we look at it in spots, so like 24, 20, well, I know they've got him down for missing 2 days, but we don't know what he's going to miss. 23, 24, he missed 156 days last season. 5 injuries, 28 games missed. That's not great, is it? The 22-23 season, he was out for 45 days, missed with 2 injuries, missed 9 games. 21-22 season, 173 days, 2 injuries, missed 30 games. This is since joining us, by the way. 2021, 99 days, 4 injuries, 18 games missed. Now, when he was at Bournemouth, 19-20, he missed 12 days. He was out for 12 days, 1 injury, 1 game missed. 18-19, 72 days, 3 injuries, 11 games missed. 16-17, 260 days, 1 injury, 33 games missed. 15-16, 189 days, 1 injury, 36 games missed. And we know that was them cruciate ligament tears. So look, it really is not great reading, is it, for Callum Wilson? Now that we've looked at that injury record, I think the time is now we have to sell him. We have to move him on. Hopefully we can move him on before the 1st of September. Because it's just getting ridiculous now, the amount of injuries he's picking up. Now, when I say this, I believe if we got at least, 20 to 30 games out of Callum a season, he'd be scoring for fun. His goal tally would be a lot higher if it wasn't for his injuries, It really is poor about his injury record, And I mean, look, as I said, we looked at a collective of his goals. And I mean, if you go back to the 22-23 season, when we qualified for the Champions League, his goal ratio was pretty good because he played 31 games and scored 18 goals and got 5 assists. Now then, it just goes to show that, a fit Callum Wilson can score well. We know some of them were sub-appearances he came on for. Last season, he only scored 9 goals in 20 games because he was missing with injuries. The first season he came, he played only 26 games and scored 12 goals and got 5 assists. So, look, we know he's a good goal scorer at Premier League level, and we know that. But the problem is you just can't keep Callum Wilson fit. Now, who's the alternatives? Well, look, there's the strikers out there we can go for. But the only problem is you got to find a striker who's willing to come in and play second fiddle to Alexander Isak, because we know Isak is the number one striker. We know that. But this is a squad game at the end of the day. So you've got to try and convince these players that they need to come to the club. Now, somebody mentioned Brozier yesterday. I wouldn't take Brozier. Not a chance. For me, he's not really that great. He's a target man, but I don't think he's what we want at Newcastle United. This player does have a year left on his contract, Jonathan David at Lille. His goal scoring record isn't too bad. Yes, okay, he does have some stinkers, but every player has stinkers. Now, he's listed at being around 40 odd million pound. But I think you could probably get him for about 25 million because he only has a year left, or under a year left now. And no sign of a new contract at Lille. So, look, you could go to Lille and say, right, okay, we'll take Jonathan David off you and we'll give you such and such for it. That would be a good deal in my eyes. Yes, he'd have to play a second fiddle, but there again, if you wanted to play two up top, you've got two quality strikers going up top there, David and Isak. So, in some ways, it could probably work. But at least you've got that strength and depth on the bench that if you need to bring off somebody to put on another goal scorer, you've got Jonathan David in reserve. So that one for me would make sense. So what do you guys think? Get your comments in, and I'll try and answer everybody's comments as I normally try and do anyway. Get your comments in there. Is it time now to sell Callum Wilson? My opinion is, I would say yes, let's cash in on him now. We know Eddie Howe wants him. We know Eddie Howe wants to keep him. But I'm sorry, for me, he has to move on. He has to move on, Callum Wilson, unfortunately. It's a shame when a player's declining like this with injuries. And it's just a matter of time. His body's just catching up and just telling him, enough's enough, And maybe his body's just getting to the stage where it just can't deal with the rigours of top-flight football, maybe. And maybe somewhere like Saudi Arabia would suit Wilson down to the ground. Or maybe do a pot exchange for Jonathan David from Lille. Or if we do keep Wilson may have to put up with being a third-choice striker, depending who else we bring in. So, look, lots of options there. But I definitely think now it is time for Wilson to go. He's been great for us, let's be honest. He's our second top scorer behind Shearer, who Shearer's miles ahead of him anyway. But look, yeah, I just think he just can't cope with the rigours of the football no more. I just think it's just too much. Too many injuries catch up. And, things do catch up with you over time. Age is not on his side. He's 32 now, and, he's going to be 33 next year when his contract runs out. So, and he's going to start playing less and less. So, yeah, it's such a shame for a cracking player like Callum Wilson. But unfortunately, there's no time to be sentimental. You've got to be realistic here. And the realistic is that Callum Wilson has to move on, unfortunately. We say thank you for everything he's done, but unfortunately, it's time to go, Callum. It really is. One thing I do want to say is I watched a video on another channel called the Geordie Journals, which is normally Liam Kennedy, Jordan Cronin, and Dominic Skur. But they'd done the video from Adidas, and it was only Jordan and Liam, and they spoke very well. And it's a very good watch, so do give it a watch. And they do talk about Eddie Howe, and they said Eddie Howe gave a different press conference to the written media to what he did in front of the cameras. Now, I found that really, really interesting. And maybe I give Craig Hope a little bit of disservice by saying, it's all clickbait. Maybe it wasn't clickbait from Craig Hope as well. So if Craig Hope's watching, sorry, Craig, I didn't mean to give you a disservice. So it looks like Eddie has given a total different interview in front of the cameras to what he has to the written media. So maybe, even Liam Kennedy says, this is not the Eddie Howe we know. So, but do give it a watch. It's an excellent watch. I'm not going to go too much into it, but give it an excellent watch. It is an excellent watch, so do give it a watch if you get a chance. It really is good viewing. Anyway, on that, it is time to say goodbye. But before I do, if you haven't yet smashed the like, please do smash the like. It does help the channel, so please do give it a like. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and be part of this great community. Also, hit the bell notification to tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. I am back this afternoon, but I'm on John Sinclair's channel, but I will be stream sharing, so you can catch it on my channel later on. So we'll be talking a few topics there. But yeah, other than that, all I'll say is enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. And, until then, I'll see you all later. But remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And until then, away the lads.